Alright, so today, like I said, we're going to be talking about the NFL, so I'm going to turn on my YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels post right here. So we all know who the GOAT of the NFL is. It's Tom Brady. If you think otherwise, you can go ahead and scroll. But one thing I really don't think we talk about enough is who's number 2 and who's number 3. Now, obviously, a lot harder to do that. 2 different sides of the ball, 24 positions instead of 5. Like, I understand it's a lot harder, but we're still going to do it because we got nothing better to do. So, Caleb, who do you got at number 2 all time?
Well, I have Lawrence Taylor, aka OT. He has just been a phenomenal player. He's got, started off, obviously he's Defensive Rookie of the Year, no surprise there. 10-time Pro Bowler, 8-time First Team, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, MVP. MVP as a defensive player. Only 2 players have ever done that.
Who's the other one?
I honestly don't know.
It's probably like some quarterback, yeah.
He is in the Hall of Fame Pro Bowl. I don't think that means anything.
Yeah.
He's obviously a Hall of Famer. 132.5 sacks in his career.
14th.
And it's his 14th all time.
I think, I see. I mean, the thing with Lawrence Taylor, like, his stats aren't there, accolades aren't there as much, obviously, but the thing about Lawrence Taylor was he was scared. People were scared of him. He broke someone's leg.
He could hit someone. He could hit someone harder than any other NFL player in history.
Yeah, no, and like he was, you really think about it, Lawrence Taylor gave a fear to quarterbacks and a fear to run. Like, no one wanted to go against Lawrence Taylor because they knew, if I'm going to be waking up the next morning in pain. And he could genuinely ruin my career. He ruined 2 people's careers.
Yes.
And the fact, and he didn't play for that long. That's what we don't recognize. Like, it's crazy. He was first ballot Hall of Famer, and just the best defensive player of all time. No questions asked. And a lot of people would probably agree with you there because we have Tom Brady at number 1. We should have a defensive player at 2. Now, I see where that argument comes in, but I have LT at my 3. Again, this is not anything from Lawrence Taylor. He's probably my favorite defensive player of all time. In my opinion, he might be the best football player of all time. But, that being said, my number 2 is Jerry Rice. Now, I understand we're looking at so there's 2 different ways you can look at Lawrence Taylor and Jerry Rice. Now, Lawrence Taylor is the eye test wise, he passes eye test wise, and Jerry Rice passes accolades wise, right? So we look at Jerry Rice. Now, obviously, he has all the things you look at whenever you're looking at all-time great players. 13 Pro Bowls, 10-time First Team. That's crazy. 2-time NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 3-time Super Bowl champion, and just all of the above. There's nothing really more you can ask for. But here's the crazy thing about him. He has the Triple Crown in all time, and when it comes to everything. He's the NFL leader in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. He has a Triple Crown in that. He won the Triple Crown twice. Absurd. That was something I don't even done. People don't even know who had done that until Cooper Kupp just recently did it. But the fact that he has it with all-time numbers, it boggles my mind. People say, he had Joe Montana and all this stuff. I feel like Joe Montana had Jerry Rice. I feel like it's the other way around. So yes, obviously receivers can't be great without a great quarterback, but Jerry Rice is different. There's nothing more you can really just say about him. I think he's number 2. It's interchangeable.
Yeah, he's just a phenomenal player, and I think I would put him here, but to be fair, I know you're going to be mad at me for saying this. He did have what I believe is the second greatest quarterback of all time.
But
again, I think any receiver would ball out with him.
But do you think he would go to the extent what Jerry Rice
No, I don't think he would. I think Jerry Rice would be the same Jerry Rice of a quarterback like.
But do you think any other receiver could have done what got both what?
No, I don't think I don't know. Maybe if you put Randy Moss, and I know this is a modern one, but Cooper Kupp, maybe if Joe Montana, he's already putting up phenomenal yards.
Here's the thing, there's a lot of logistics to this. Jerry Rice has a shot. He fit that playbook, so it's kind of hard to put different players in there. But again, I will say Joe Montana went elsewhere. He was not near the same quarterback with Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice went elsewhere, and he made 6 more NFL first teams. So that's just part of my point. Now, one thing I did notice in all of our research was these top three: Tom Brady, Jerry Rice, and Lawrence Taylor. So do you think anyone can enter the top three, or is this like a set in stone top three in your opinion?
I think this is a solid top three. Now I don't know if anybody any talent we have in the modern game can make it to the top three.
Mahomes definitely could.
Mahomes maybe could.
Do you think Walter Payton could be in the top three? You really like him?
Well, I don't think he's top three. I think he's.
You really? Yeah, I can agree with that. It's kind of like with the. It's kind of with the It's kind of like what we were saying with the other one, like the MJ, LeBron, Kareem thing. Like those three are just so above and beyond everyone else that they're obviously the top three. I kind of feel like it's the same way here. Walter Payton, Jim Brown, a lot of running backs can get up there, but I still think these three are just better than everyone else, and I think it's a set stone top three. All right, so we're gonna get into another interesting thing we saw in our research, and that was the placement of Aaron Donald. Now again, Aaron Donald is a little bit of an interesting. It's a little bit of an interesting debate because again, he's only 32. He has a lot more to go, but he's accomplished so much. That ring really topped it off. I think it's about time we can debate.
He did close off that game there with the hit on
Joe Burrow, and he won. He got that ring. So where do you put Aaron Donald right now?
I'm gonna put Aaron Donald at 10.
Solid.
And I think he did into the top 10. But I think barely. But I feel like by the end of his career, he can be a top 5 player.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely think that because the talent he has, he just can't. There's no offensive lineman that I think could guard him.
Yeah, no one could stop him. And again, this is different for us because me and you, obviously, we're young. Yeah. We never really experienced prime Tom Brady. We never experienced Jerry Rice. Aaron Donald, right here, he's the player that we watched growing up, watched him dominate the league and just do incredible things year in, year out. Watching him at that ring was amazing. He's people who all these old heads in basketball claim, we watch you've never watched Michael Jordan play. We never watched these other players play. We've watched Aaron Donald be dominant for so long. Yeah. And so it's a little bit biased towards us. I think Aaron Donald is solid at the 10 spot right now. And I think he's gonna stay there until he retires in my mind. Because I don't know, we can't really put him anywhere else in my opinion, but I think he's a top 10 player of the time.
Alright, I'm going to give you guys 2 positions, and I need you to name me the top 5 of all time in those positions. So, first position is defensive back, and then the second one is running back. Go.
Alright.
I'll start off with the defensive back. For my 5, I'm going to go Ken Houston. Ooh. Now, he's kind of an older player. He's very old, but in his career, he recorded 49 interceptions. That's 21 forced fumbles. That's insane.
That's long.
12 Pro Bowl selections, and he was named All-Decade Team, 75th anniversary team, and he was introduced in the Hall of Fame in 1986.
God damn.
He's low-key underrated player.
That's crazy.
As a defensive back, he forced 21 fumbles.
That's beyond that. Alright.
Joe, what's your 5?
My 5? Alright. A little bit simply because he's one of my favorite players of all time. Now, the articles I've been reading recently are I'd read pretty low. The articles I've been reading recently have had read pretty low, but he's in my top 5. Now, this one I'm looking at right now. It has him at 11, but, we all know Ed Reed. Baltimore Ravens legend. Obviously had the Super Bowl champion. This is crazy. As a safety, 64 interceptions. He wasn't even known for interceptions. 13 defensive touchdowns, top 10 all time. 11 forced fumbles, which, again, those are the only ones that count towards the turnover. He probably forced so many. Ed Reed was he almost every year, and it's gonna sound a little corny and everything, but almost every year when you see Madden's most feared promo, he's always the cover of it. He's up there with Lawrence Taylor as the most feared player of all time.
And speaking of Ed Reed, I'm gonna put Ed Reed up at 4.
Really?
No. Well, I know some websites the one I'm on right now, they put him at 11, which I think is That is way too high.
Test needs to come into play with this stuff.
First of all, he was, as Joe said, cleared 54 interceptions in his career. That's insane.
He's huge.
7 Pro Bowl safety selections, 2004 Defensive Player of the Year, All-Decade Team.
He's like, if you even think about it, his accolades, really, like, that's one of the biggest issues. Like, did they, like, I've read articles before, it's like, did the NFL have something against that weight or something? Because he wasn't the best person in the world, obviously. But, like, it's interesting to think about because he was so good for so long. And he had, like, no accolades. He probably should have gotten that Super Bowl MVP, in my opinion, and he just didn't. It really does intrigue me. Like, it really does intrigue me. I wonder if there's something more to, you know, what's happening there. But, moving on, I'm going for my fourth. And I'm going to put Rod Woodson down. Rod Woodson, now, I don't like calling people, like, overrated, underrated, but I think Rod Woodson is slightly overrated. I see a lot of articles have him at 2 and 3 and everything. Won't even have him at 1. I think he's a good at 4. And again, obviously, incredible player. 6-team all-time first pro. 6-time first team. 11-time Pro Bowler. Again, you just expect that from a top 5 defensive back. He won that Super Bowl with the Ravens. 71 interceptions. The most sacks. One of the most sacks from a defensive back. One of the most tackles from a defensive back. But the thing is, man-to-man coverage-wise, Rod Woodson was not good. And that's something that people really criticize of him. So, that's what his big knock on him is. However, still an incredible player. Still a top 5 defensive back of all time. 4. Caleb, what's your
3? I got Deion Sanders. Obviously, everybody's heard of him. Here he goes. He just played so much positions. He's like defensive back, receiver, kick returner, punt returner. But he's obviously just a phenomenal player. 8 Pro Bowls, 2 Super Bowl wins, 2-time champ, Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time NFC Defensive Player of the Year, Hall of Fame introduction, and also think he deserves more accolades.
Yeah.
Like, I think NFC Defensive Player of the Year should have also been another Defensive Player of the Year for him. A little stuff like that. But when you think of one of the best defensive backs, you automatically think of Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders is just incredible. One of the greatest athletes to ever play football. Yeah. Just such a well-rounded athlete. Didn't play for that long. When he played for what? 14 years. Still made 8 first pro. He still made 8 first team all pro. Still won those 2 Super Bowls. A lot of people forgot that he won one with the Niners. He was good on the Niners. So many interceptions, so many tackles with so little time. But I'm like, he played so little in his career, and I really feel like you gave him a little bit more time, he could have been incredible. But you know, I guess we'll never know. It's always going to be a mystery. So I got Deion Sanders at the 3 as well.
For my 2, which I know y'all are going to surprise that there could be 1. I'm putting my Ronnie Lott.
Ooh.
And I'm going to finish my list. I'm putting Mel Blount at 1.
Yeah.
Now, starting off, I know I could put Ronnie Lott at the 1. He was obviously a phenomenal player, 10-time Pro Bowl selection, 4-time Super Bowl champ. He made all decades, both of the decades he played in.
It's crazy.
Alright, here we go. Now, we can talk about more about Ronnie Lott. This is what I'm going to get to with Mel Blount. Let me just list the stats. 5-time Pro Bowl.
Barely played, by the way. Let's make sure.
Barely played. This very played. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
5-time Pro Bowl. 4-time first all team. 2nd time. 2-time second team. 4-time NFL champ. NFL 75th anniversary. NFL 80s decade team. 1975 Defensive Player of the Year. 1975 Defensive Back of the Year. And he won MVP. So he is the other person who has won MVP. As an offensive player, other than Lawrence Taylor.
Stupid.
That's insane, and he was just so good. That's why I'm going to team out just one. Enjoy. Go ahead and finish it.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip-flop that. However, the big thing that you can say about the main thing, I'm going to just go put off you a little bit. Mel Blount only played 7 seasons in the NFL, 4 rings, 5 times he made the. It's just crazy. It's crazy how good he was. Now, again, honestly, I have nothing against that take. I think that's a great take. I think that is not talked about a lot. I still have Ronnie Lott. And Ronnie Lott, again, for how even though everyone would probably consider him the number 1 defensive back of all time, I still think he's underrated. No one talks about him. Everyone talks about Deion Sanders. I think Ronnie Lott is underrated, simply. And I really think so. If we look at his stats. It's let's just get his career timeline out of the way real quick. So he played 14 seasons in the NFL. So guys know the timeline of his career. 8 of those seasons he was first team All Pro, 10-time Pro Bowler. Yeah, you expect that. Now the big thing, 4 rings, similar to what's his name? I can't remember his name. I always forget his name. Melvin, yeah. Similar to him. Now key stats. That's the thing that we like. We look at you look at average season stats for Melvin. He probably beats him there. All time though, Ryan Lott has 1,146 tackles. It's on. But yeah, no. So when you look at Mel Blount, you're looking at the all time. You're looking at per season stats. Here you're looking at with running light. You're looking at all time stats. 1,146 tackled, 63 interceptions, 16 forced fumbles. Again, you can flip flop them. I really think that's a great take you have at one, but I'm gonna stick with the basic take, and I'm gonna say running light. All right, running backs.
I'll start off the running backs. Now for my 5, I'm gonna go with Eric Dickerson. And I know what?
No, I just every time I hear that name, I think of Manish Queen.
Eric Dickerson. A lot of people I don't think puts him in his top 5, but yeah, everybody hates Eric Dickerson. I don't get it, but he wasted no time. As soon as he got in the NFL, he started doing it. In his rookie season, 1,808 yards and 18 touchdowns. Also with 51 catches and 404 yards and 2 touchdowns as a reception. And I believe he did win rookie of the year.
Of course he did.
Yeah, of course he did. That's just a phenomenal. Most running backs, it will be amazing for a running back to do that in any season in general. The fact that he did that in his rookie season.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And his second season, he broke Dickerson broke O.J. Simpson's single season rushing record with 2,105 yards.
Yeah.
And he's a phenomenal player. And I think he's really underrated. And I think he deserves to be in that top 5 list.
I agree with you. Eric Dickerson's in my top 5. Again, really touchdown player. Just the power he played with. You said it as much as it needs to be said. I'm going to hit us with the 4 because I didn't get to talk about it enough. So, number 4, Barry Sanders. Now, all-time rushing lead. No, that's not it. Yeah. Barry Sanders. Probably like the most fun running back to watch of all time. 99 rushing touchdowns. Bunch of receiving yards. There's not much you can really say. Most athletically talented running back of all time. Maybe you put Bo Jackson there. I would argue it's him because of his agility. Just watching him run with the things he was like, he was just beautiful player to watch. Like you could just like watch him play and just like, man, he's smooth. And yeah, and he has the accolades to go with it. He played on a cursed franchise, so you can't really get mad at him. But I really think that Barry Sanders is one of just the most fun players to watch all the time.
Now here's what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna have to put Barry Sanders at 3. Put Jim Brown at 4.
Jim Brown's right back in the game for you.
Jim Brown started it off. During that run that he had with the Browns, he 12,312 yards, 106 touchdowns in his career. He led the NFL in rushing 8 different times. That's insane. He was first team All-Pro teams in all 8 of those years. Mm-hmm. He won. He gathered 3 MVPs. And he was introduced to the Hall of Fame in 1971. And then you already talked about Barry Sanders, one of the funnest players to watch. 1,300 plus rushing yards in one season. 2,053 rushing yards in his MVP season in 1997. 109 touchdowns and 15,269 yards.
All right, so I don't think Jim Brown's 4. I disagree with that. I think you put him at 2. But I think Cam got a little bit sick of saying Jim Brown one time. Right. Now at my 4, I have Emmitt Smith. Now again, Emmitt Smith did nothing. Sexy is not Never looked like he was the best running back in the league. But it's just something about the guy does every single time. And a little biased as a Gator, but he's so good. Got all the accolades, all-time rushing leader, just a phenomenal player. He's my 3. Not my 2. I got Jim Brown, like I said. Short career, did so many incredible things. I think the one thing that's a knock on him, similar with like Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, he did not play in a good enough era of football. But yeah, Jim Brown's my 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and finish my list. I'm gonna put Emmitt Smith at the 2. Joey already said a bunch about Emmitt Smith.
Just a bit.
Yeah, he has all-time and rushing leaders with 18,355 yards in his career. This is stupid high amount. 164 yards in his career. He had 25 in one season. 1993 MVP, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 4-time All-Pro, all that. And for my 1, I think we go from number 1 to Walter Payton at 1. Yeah, I think we go. No, Walter Payton.
Caleb loves Walter Payton. I go back and forth daily. I think Walter Payton's I test wise best running back of all time. He's just so good with everything he does. And now the article I'm reading is Bleacher Report says Jim Brown's undoubtedly the number 1 of all time. That's Bleacher Report for you. Jim Brown's not undoubtedly the number 1 running back of all time. Walter Payton is one of the smoothest players to watch of all time. He's so him and Barry Sanders were different, but Walter Payton was more physical and just a little quicker than Barry Sanders. That makes him better than him, in my opinion. They're carbon copies, but Walter Payton's just better. Walter Payton's the best running back of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, I like.
This guy, MVP season, 1,852 yards and 14 touchdowns in the season, and he is second all-time rushing leader behind.
Yeah. You ready to wrap it up?
Hello.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2, boys. Next time we're going to be talking about college football. Leave us some ideas for what we should talk about next time. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.